Today I wanted to make a video talking about BuyBotPro and why it's important to use it when you're a reseller or somebody doing online arbitrage or retail arbitrage for selling on Amazon FBA. I'm not going to even go into my computer on this one. I'm just going to talk about why this is absolutely key to use if you're doing any sort of arbitrage. So basically, even after selling on Amazon for over 10 years now, I still use BuyBotPro prior to purchasing any item for online or retail arbitrage. And I just should mention that BuyBotPro just came out with a new app called BuyBotGo. And basically what it does is it allows you to, similar to the Amazon seller app, but with a lot more metrics. It allows you to go into retail stores, scan items, and check whether they're profitable or not. If they are profitable, then you purchase them. If they're not, then you move on to the next one. But the problem with just using the Amazon seller app is it doesn't give you enough metrics. It basically just tells you whether the item is profitable or not, but it doesn't give you any sort of keep a graph or any sort of additional details that you will definitely need prior to making a purchasing decision. You could theoretically just use the Amazon seller app, but if you just use that app, then you could run into issues with items not selling, items sitting too long, not getting your price, etc. So we need to make sure that the price is always going to maintain steady. So that's where checking the Keepa graphs, making sure that Amazon's not on that listing. Like the Amazon seller app does not tell you those things, whereas BuyBotGo gives you all these metrics and more. So absolutely crucial if you're doing any sort of retail arbitrage to have the BuyBotGo app, which is included with your BuyBotPro subscription. If you want to get a 2-week free trial of BuyBotPro, click the link down below and you can get that 2-week free trial. So back to BuyBotPro. Why is it important to use it even if you're an experienced seller? And the reason being is nobody can, even if you have the most experience of any seller, can look at a product and be like, okay, this is the exact ROI. This is the exact price that it's remained at over the last 30 days, 90 days, 6 months. You just can't physically do that because nobody knows that off the top of their head. Whereas if you use a program like BuyBotPro, it's going to give you all of those metrics and it comes up very quickly. You just use the Google Chrome extension and from there you will be able to check whether the product is profitable or not, has the price remained the same, and all of that. So this is why it's very important even if you're an experienced seller, because not only do new sellers need this, but experienced sellers need it, because everyone should be checking these metrics prior to making any sort of purchase. If you're reselling on Amazon, then BuyBotPro is absolutely crucial. You can even use BuyBotPro for wholesale because you can run the wholesale numbers through BuyBotPro. So it's not just for arbitrage, it can be used for wholesale. It can even be used for private label because you can go to a competitor's listing, type in what price you're purchasing the similar item for, and see what your profit and ROI are going to be, see how their sales are, the sales rank, sales numbers, etc. So you can literally use this for any sort of selling on Amazon. I prefer it for retail arbitrage and online arbitrage, but like I said, wholesale, private label, it works for it as well. And that brings me to my next point about looking up every single item prior to purchasing. A lot of people will be like, you know what, I purchased this item in the past, I purchased it a year ago, I think it's going to have the same metrics. But Amazon fees change, Amazon competition changes, Amazon price changes. So even if you've purchased an item in the past, I still highly recommend running the numbers through BuyBotPro prior to making any sort of purchase decision. So if you don't have BuyBotPro, then you could be missing out on potential profits and saving yourself from potential losses. What do I mean by that? Well, there could be items that you don't think would make sense to purchase, and then after you run the numbers through BuyBotPro, you realize that it does make sense. And on the flip side, you may be making purchasing decisions where you're purchasing items that you think are profitable, and then after you run them through BuyBotPro, you realize they aren't profitable, they make 0 cents to purchase, and you've actually been purchasing items that either weren't profitable or weren't going to actually sell. And that leads to storage fees, that leads to having to get the items returned back, to you having to liquidate the items. It equates to additional costs that you don't need to incur in your business just by having this one program, because it will save you a lot of money, but it will also help you to make more money. So I personally believe this is the most crucial program when it comes to online arbitrage, because there aren't any other programs where, you know, there's other programs that you can find profitable products and you can analyze them, but nothing gives you the amount of data and the important data that you will need prior to making a purchasing decision like BuyBotPro does. And so obviously you need to be finding profitable products. If you have BuyBotPro but you don't have any profitable products that you can run through that, then it doesn't make sense to have, because it's a deal analyzer or a profit analyzer. So if you can't find products to run through that, then this program makes no sense for you. In that case, if you are somebody who literally can't find any profitable products, then a different program that's going to help you find products, or a leads list or something like that, could make more sense for starting out. But even if you're using another program like that, BuyBotPro is still crucial to have, because then once you've ran through the leads lists, or once you've ran through the data from these other programs of which products are going to be profitable, then you run those numbers through BuyBotPro and it will tell you whether or not the item is worth purchasing or not. The other cool thing that BuyBotPro does, when you run a search, it will tell you what it thinks of the deal. It'll give you a percentage, and the higher the percentage, the better that deal is. The lower the percentage, of course, the worse it is. But it's a cool little thing. You don't have to go off of that fully, because everyone has different risk levels and risk tolerance. Some people only want 50% ROI or higher. To me, you know, 20-30% ROI is kind of my minimum, but you can still go with that, whereas some people aren't willing to do that, and a seller like myself is. So you don't need to go fully off of that percentage that it gives, but it's just a nice helping hand if you aren't sure whether an item is profitable or not, or worth purchasing. If BuyBotPro is saying 0%, I probably wouldn't purchase that. But you know, if they're saying 25% and then it still works with my numbers, sales rank, everything like that, then I would still purchase that item. So it's just a helping hand. You don't need to go fully off of that, but definitely something to keep in mind. And as I was saying earlier in the video, a lot of you probably have not tried out BuyBotPro. So if you want to get a 2-week free trial, all you have to do is click the link down below, get signed up, give it a 2-week trial. What's the worst thing that happens? Well, you used it for 2 weeks and you don't sign up, you don't have to pay anything. The best case scenario is you continue to use it, you sign up, and you continue to make more money and save yourself money on not purchasing items that are not profitable. So it's a win-win scenario for everyone. Like I said, this is one of the most key programs for any Amazon seller to have, specifically online arbitrage, but like I said, you can use it in any form of Amazon selling, and yeah, I highly recommend it. So once again, 2-week free trial down in the link below. If you have any questions about BuyBotPro, feel free to comment those below and I'll do my best to answer them or find the answers for you. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more.